Welcome again to Studio 14's Overton County Magazine. I'm your host, Jerry Stovall. Overton County Magazine is a show designed to bring our viewers a look at some of the interesting as well as informative people and events occurring in and around Overton County. Some of our stories are videotaped on location, while still others will be brought to you straight from Studio 14. So why don't we all sit back, relax, and thumb through this week's magazine. In this segment tonight, we have with us Hilda Patterson, who does a lot of instructing on water safety in the county. And also with her, we have Lisa Fletcher, who is a water safety instructor. And tonight we want to find out a little bit about what they do, what they have done, and what is coming as far as water safety. How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, doing fine.
Good,
doing fine.
Good. Okay, you recently got an award.
Yes.
For what?
Well, it was presented from the National
Water Safety
Congress.
Congress.
Yes.
Okay.
And this was a result of the high school programs that we have conducted here in Overton County for the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. And we have taught a basic water safety class. This is not actual swimming skills, but it's training young people how to assist someone in the event of an emergency. If they should be the only one on the scene and someone else gets into difficulty in the water, it gives them the skills of how they can help. And the whole thing developed as a result of a drowning that we had in 1985, one of the young fellows who was well known by many of the instructors who worked at the pool. And we were all very concerned about this unfortunate event and wanted to know if something could be done. And then exactly 2 weeks later at the same spot, there had been a rescue effected by two of the mothers of children who had been in my classes over a number of years. And they came to the pool the next day. I was teaching out at Hidden Valley, and Trish Ledford and Linda Brown were the two women involved. And they said, "Mrs. Patterson, we want to tell you what happened yesterday." And they described the incident and how they had swum out, taken life jackets to the man who had panicked as he was attempting to swim back to shore. Evidently he had tried to touch bottom and couldn't find the bottom and went down. And they heard him call for help. And Tricia described the incident and said it was because of sitting here watching you teach our children how to help that we knew exactly what to do.
So you did get some side effect benefit out of it.
Yes, so we felt, I discussed this with the instructors, and if we know of specific instances where there has been some good come from what we've been doing, then maybe we can reach a greater population. And my main concern was trying to reach the high school enrollment, because these are the young people who do not admit that they have not learned how to swim. I think a lot of them would like to be in there. And we discussed the possibilities, and this basic water safety course is a 4-hour program. So it doesn't require a lot of time, but it did require a lot of cooperation on the part of the school, the city, and the young people who were volunteering their time.
That's good. That's good. For people out there that might not know it, give a little background. You have been teaching water safety for 26 years now. That's quite a while. And I'd say a little older than she is.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yes.
And 11 years of it has been in Overton County.
That's correct.
Okay. And Lisa, from what you tell me, has been doing it since she was a little girl. Quite small, about 10 years old?
About 11.
Well, that's quite a while for her, almost as long as you've been teaching here in Overton County.
Well, part of my teaching is to encourage the young people to help share their talents and work with other young people. And it sets a good example for the young ones, and they're just delighted when they have the opportunity to come in and help teach the swimming classes. But Lisa was such an exceptional student, and of course she has nice swimming skills. And I'm especially proud because most of the instructors who are working with me now and who have helped in the high school program are young people who had been in my beginning and advanced beginning classes 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago.
That's great. It's great. Now, how many other instructors do you have besides Lisa? How many?
We've had 9 who have helped us with the high school program. They were not all certified at that time, but oh dear, how many do we have certified? You should have warned me about that one.
Okay, well let's ask her. How do you like it? Do you really enjoy the
Oh, I
teaching?
loved it. I love to teach. It gives me a chance to be on the other side of the table for a change. Since I attend classes at Tech all the time, I get to teach and feel what it's like, you know, to be a teacher. Also, I feel that since I have been swimming since I was about 1 year old, so my parents introduced me to the water, that I'm very well qualified to help kids and adults get over their fear of water. And that is one of the first things you have to conquer when you're learning to swim, is your fear of the water. If you can't conquer that, you're never going to learn how to swim. As Ms. Patterson said, I've been helping with the program at the high school. We've had a great response from the students. You would think that we would have a lot of back talk and not a lot of respect, since sometimes there's only 1 or 2 years difference between the age of the student and the age of the teacher or the instructor. But we don't. Whenever we start our films, everything is real quiet. When we start talking, they're listening, they're paying attention. And
Oh, that's good. They're wanting to learn then.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
I think there was a lot of skepticism the first year, and some of these big fellas come in from out in the county, and some of them were about your size, and when I said, okay, everybody over to the side of the pool, I didn't know if they were going to respond or not, but they looked at Coach Vaughn, and then they looked at me, and they got up and they came over, and they went through the routine of doing the reaching assists with a pole and with a towel, and the last day then of the classes each year, they came over and said, thank you very much. We appreciate what you've done.
That's good. Now, I know she was saying she learned how to swim early. Now, I think I saw the other night where they're teaching babies before they can walk, actually. Now, what's the age that you try to start out with?
We start with 6-year-olds here in the city. I have worked with 3-year-old on up, but those are special classes, and you work on a one-to-one, or you work in conjunction with a mother working with a child. And it has to be a special type program. And also, I only recommend it where the child is going to be around the water a lot of time. If there's a pool at the home, if you have a backyard pool, something like that. Because there are a number of incidences where children have had severe ear infections and had to have tubes put in their ears as a result of ear infections. And I don't really think that it's worth the risk. It also gives parents a false sense of security about that child's ability. And a 2-, 3-year-old child does not have the judgment, or certainly at some of the pools where I have taught, and the country club pool would be a good example. A child, 2-year-old, might be able to get to the side, but unless they know to go to the ladder, they cannot pull themselves out of the pool because of the height of the deck above the surface of the water. So there are a lot of disadvantages, and you need to know that that parent is going to take the responsibility for that child at all time and know where they are.
Now, what kind of programs do you have coming on?
Well, we're in the middle of an advanced life-saving class presently at the city pool, but the program that will be upcoming is the high school program, and that will start the 3rd or 4th day after school begins.
After it begins?
Oh,
Is it
yes.
still warm enough?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes,
Is
that
it?
will be in August.
Oh, that's right.
We
I
have an
forgot
early-
it starts in. I'm
yes.
thinking of Tech. Tech doesn't start until
Late September.
late September. Yeah.
This is one thing I do need to point out, and that's the fact that the people who are helping with the program are all university students, and they're volunteering their time. As Lisa is enrolled at Tech, What other schools do we have represented?
University of Tennessee. Last year we had MTSU represented. Who else? I can't remember off the top of my head
For
where everyone else
any
is
other
going,
schools
but
that we haven't mentioned, we
Yes,
want to
yes.
give them credit too.
Definitely.
Okay. Now you're going to have this one starting at the high school, and how many classes do you have over there?
6 classes.
Okay.
We'll start at
people-
8:20 in the morning, and they will run until about 2:30.
depends on whether it's girls or boys. There are 5 sections, 5 PE sections of girls and 5 of boys, and
Okay, they are this long. I mean, this is one class going on from say 8 to 2:30. Or?
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, okay.
It's the regular high school departmentalized classes where you have the PE class for one period.
Oh, okay.
So they are bused each period. The boys will be bused over to the pool, and that gives us about 35 minutes of pool time, and then after their session at the pool, they return to school.
Okay. Now, what about just if somebody wants to come learn how to swim?
Oh, well, we have no other scheduled courses for Learn to Swim this summer. We've completed with our Learn to Swim.
Okay. So after the high school classes, you'll be done until next.
next June, in
June.
middle of June is usually when we start the Learn to Swim
Okay.
campaign at the city pool.
Okay. And I think you were talking. You have some older people in your class this time around, and they never had learned how to swim, and they're just now taking it up.
We have an adult class every year. It's of a night. Usually starts about 6 o'clock, and it's specifically for teenagers, high school age students, and adults. And a lot of the people we have always been scared of the water. That is what has kept them from swimming all their life. And this year we did have several people for the first time, and they progressed real well. They were jumping off the boards and swimming to the side by the end of the 2-week period, which is an accomplishment in itself. Some people it takes 3 or 4 or 5 years just to get that far.
I think it's great. There's no need for anybody not to swim, you know. And if nothing else, just to save their life if they fall in, because you haven't always got control over whether you go in the water or not. I know there's quite a few that do die on the lake up here needlessly.
Yes,
And
unfortunately.
so maybe next year we can get some more of them out and take your classes, and we'll have a little less of that. Now, I think you did mention that Overton County, in population size, has more certificates, or as many certificates given out as, say, Putnam County.
That's correct.
And
Yes.
considering that, I think we were discussing Tech being down there and that being counted in, that's a pretty good achievement, I think, for the county and for you.
Well-
you know, it takes somebody heading it up.
Well, I couldn't do it without
Yeah,
the young people,
yeah.
though. But as far as Lisa's comment about young people, or the older ones too, not having learned how to swim, one of my friends was telling me here not too long ago that Aunt Teely always said, don't go near the water until you know how to swim. And that would be a little bit difficult. We're pretty good instructors, but to try to teach someone how to swim without getting into the water would be quite a trick. So.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you can tell us about any upcoming programs or anything related to what you've been doing this year?
No, just stressing water safety, and this is what we're trying to make people aware of all the time. Get the older people out, have the high school students come. We really like to see them come in, and the first year, several of the students came over to us afterwards and said, when can we come in for swimming lessons? I wish there were some way that we could get into an actual swimming program with the high school students. That would be wonderful, but I realize that a swimming pool in this county would be many years down the road. But
You
the
talk
thing
about
is,
an indoor pool? I'd love to see that.
I'd love to see that
Yeah.
too, but the thing is, they're not really using the facility that we have right here
No.
with a city pool. Unless we get the enrollment at the city pool, it would be hard to justify the expense of having a school at the pool.
Well, I want to wish you luck on the rest of the year, and I want to thank you, Lisa, for being up here and give us a little insight into your instruction that you give. And also, I want to congratulate you for your award that you got.
Thank you.
and want to wish you luck on next year too.
Thank you. Maybe you can come over to the pool while we're working with the high school students.
If I can bring my scuba gear.
All right, you can bring scuba.
Wouldn't be the first time.
We'll let you demonstrate. That's part of the course, is to demonstrate mask, fins, and snorkel, and we also demonstrate small craft. And one of the favorite parts of the program is swamping the canoe and getting back into it.
Well, I'll tell you what, the last time I took scuba instruction, I think was longer than you've been teaching. It was about 27 years ago. I don't know how I do it at instruction, but I do enjoy it. I just don't get to do it enough. So we want to thank you again, and anybody that needs some instruction next year, make plans now and try to get out and learn a little bit, because I think these ladies and their other ones can do a good job at it. I would like to thank everyone for watching tonight. We hope that you have enjoyed our magazine, and be sure and tune us in next time. We would also like to invite you to send us your comments and ideas for future shows. This is Jerry Stovall saying thank you and good night.